I don't like school. Shocker, I know. But today I'm gonna be discussing about why the school system is not that good at actually providing education to students. You might be saying, yes, Protik, you obviously learned a lot of stuff by going to school, right? And yes, I did. I actually did learn a lot. But after going through 8 years of education, I look back and see an extremely stressed student working hours upon hours to complete redundant homework assignments and taking tests upon tests to achieve the letter A on a piece of paper. And I worked so hard that I was scared that if I didn't, I would have a really bad year. You need to study to go to a good college or university, they said. Okay, so I've got a cold, so my voice sound different, but my voice might sound different. So, yeah, but I really wanted to make this video for you guys. So, enjoy the video, I guess. Okay, but the number one priority of college is not educating students, it's money, the almighty dollar. But that's a whole other rabbit hole that I don't want to go down right now. The number one priority of the school is to turn a forum into the state that says, look how smart we made our minions. We trained them to do all this work, to get A's. Obviously, it's because how amazing the school is. The kids do all the real work. We made them who they are now, give us their fine. We already tricked them into thinking that their grades are the most important thing in their lives. Now we can just milk the cow. What the students are incredibly stressed about? Well, it's their grades. Meanwhile, let's add some homework. They will enjoy the amount of homework we will give, and let's give them more homework, more homework, more homework. And fine, let's just up to work and scare them a little more. Yeah, one day be really motivated to get those grades now. Now I get it. It's not the school's fault. The schools are just using these scare tactics to get funding because sometimes schools are underfunded, and whenever a student doesn't get high grades in a test, this usually results in people thinking that the student is less intelligent or less or have less knowledge in the field in the particular subject. And in these circumstances, teachers have to often scare them, and people might mock him, and it's a system that's broken. So, see, it might. I don't know what to say about this, but I can assure that receiving a low grade does promote a low self-esteem. I have experienced it, and I'm sure you have too. In addition, kids who consistently score more are also negatively affected by the grading system. Let me explain. Say you are an honor roll student. Every year you get straight A's, top of your class. You have learned how teachers think. You have learned how the school system works, and you are using it to your advantage and to boot your style. And you try to match the style of the school. So you're set right, no? You have been essentially backed yourself into a corner instead of taking new innovative paths to finding answers and solutions to whatever you are doing. The same thing over and over and over. You're falling into line, and you think you're doing great because the school keeps telling you how wonderful your grades are. Well, now you are stuck in the same boat as most honor students and you are unable to grow. You must force yourself to think differently. Don't worry, I'm in the same boat as you. What we need is a motor and some gasoline. Let's say all through high school, your grades in math class never were surfaced before a C. You see, as the student may come to the conclusion that math isn't your thing, and maybe you're right, but there is also the distinct possibility that it's not the fact that you aren't good in math, but maybe having a teacher lecture. You derivatives isn't the best way of teaching the material to you if you can't pay attention in class. While a boring teacher tells you about a boring subject material, maybe it has nothing to do with the actual subject itself. Lots of kids think that math is boring, right? But maybe it's because they can't see what math can do with the implication of math on the world. I was fortunate enough to get a good teacher who showed me the mind-blowing aspects of math to get me excited about the learning to the steps of understanding those mind-boggling things. Let me give an example. Say you are learning about functions. Y equals to blah blah blah, x blah 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 blah. Kinda boring, but right? But if you put the function itself into an infinite amount of times, you get a fractal. And this, you can assign colors to different parts of the fractal. You get an amazing picture of an infinite shape. Cool, right? But wait, there's more. If you take a triangle and on each side of a triangle add another triangle, and you keep doing that forever, you will get a cold snowflake pattern. Yes, well, I will be glad to answer that you add a triangle to the perimeter of an object increases. Okay, so it goes on forever with a forever increasing perimeter, and one might say that the perimeter is infinite. But wait, there's more. If I draw a circle around it, obviously the shape will never go outside of the circle, and the cold snowflake fractal has an infinite perimeter with a finite area. Just think about that for a minute. But that's my point, showing the students incredible things that could encourage them to learn more. I know it does for me, but more often than not, this doesn't happen in a school. Kids are expected to do their work like good little minions, not because they want to educate themselves, but because they're scared of what might happen if their grades drop below an A. And that is why I make videos like gravitationals, like RTX and other stuff, because this is amazing and it inspires me to learn more about physics. I guarantee you that I would not be excited about walking into a physics classroom to write notes if I weren't for mind-blowing things I know about physics. In fact, you might sign up for physics because of this. It is I would like to read about physics, not because I need to take notes, but because I want to make awesome things using it. I'm talking about physics because many people find it boring. I want to learn how the world works, how the galaxy works, how the universe works. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I didn't do so good on the test. But what kept me doing wasn't fear. It was inspiration. That's how school should work. Inspire your students, don't engulf them in fear. Let's make the priority of school to educate the students, not scare them with arbitrary letters on an arbitrary piece of paper. Now it's time for the important part. How do we change the system to prioritize learning? I don't think we should get rid of grades altogether, but we should definitely lower their priority. And grades show you how you're performing with the specific types of learning in their class, and use those grades to show them how to find new ways of learning, create curriculums that promote problem solving, riddles, and things that the students find fun and interesting. But don't do the same types of activities every day, because that can get boring and monotonous. If students are struggling, never give them answers, but guide them along to the answers. Show them the one path to the answer, but never say that there is only one way to the answer. In fact, encourage students to find unique paths to the solution in the beginning of each class. Give the students a short lecture about something interesting about the subject or world in general. If the lecture isn't always about the subject, it can get the students interested in awake. Today's society problem solving is so important. We already have the internet to puke up information we need. Innovative thinkers, not robots. Thanks for watching my rant type thing.